InZOI has been kicking up a storm and technically does work on the Steam Deck, although it's definitely not deserving of any playable status right now, as especially it doesn't have any controller support. If you do use it though, and you get through the character creator, you can use the live link for facial recognition and have a bit of a laugh with some facial recognition stuff, though I'm not entirely sure what use this is actually in game right now. I'm sure there will be some great updates that will use this, or maybe for some face modeling, but it is fun to try nonetheless. Out of the box though, this does not run despite its Silver Proton DB status. You will need to switch to a GE Proton like 926, which is the latest one at the time of this video. If you don't know how to do that, then you can either use Wine Cellar via Decky Loader or use our guide on how to manage custom protons in the description below. Unfortunately, once I was through the character creator, even with the GE Proton, it did hang after I selected somewhere to live on the main game. This also hard restarted the Steam Deck, and my Steam Deck has been updated recently back to stock, as well as adding 4 GB of UMA buffer didn't seem to help this at all. Settings wise, to run locally at anything close to stable, you do need the very low preset and dynamic resolution on 30, with anti-aliasing up at high and texture quality on medium does give a decent balance. If you are able to get into the game and create a save file, cloud saves are supported, and then you can pick your game back up on Steam Deck. So I did go and finish that character creation on GeForce Now, cloud save it, and come back on the deck. And you can see that I am now able to get into game and control my character and start some tasks. Now I think I did push my luck because I put this up to 8 times speed, and after a couple of minutes it did lock up again and hard reboot my deck. So it definitely probably has either a memory leak or is pushing that RAM to the limit when you're putting over 5 times speed. 5 times is the max on the default, although you can push it up to 8 times, which clearly isn't recommended on the Steam Deck. Fortunately though, this was added to GeForce Now as well on its release day, so you can play this via the service if you have it as well. If you need to know how to install GeForce Now on the Steam Deck, then there is also a guide for that in the description below. But as you can see here, especially with the Ultimate tier, you can run this at the full ultra settings and ray tracing enabled to get an absolutely gorgeous looking game. Now if you do set it to full screen mode, you'll get stuck at 720p, which is the Steam Deck Max as well, as it doesn't support 16:10 out of the box. However, if you run it in windowed mode, you can push it up to 1920x1080 and still have a crystal clear image. As you can see, when we go outside and start talking to people, the character models in this game are absolutely stunning, and this game definitely has a lot going for it. Hopefully they'll fix this locally on the Steam Deck, but if you are able to run it via GeForce Now or via streaming from your PC to the deck, then this definitely has a lot going for it. We certainly needed a Sims rival for quite some time, and this game definitely seems to be up to the task. I'm only scratching the surface with this game, with walking around outside and basic sim activities, not to mention schools and jobs and all the rest of it, and all the updates that they have planned for it as well. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into InZOI or whether you're going to be waiting for some more of those updates, as it is still an early access game right now. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.